here I am again, sharing some of my thoughts, some of my opinions. I am an opinionated person. I'm not dogmatic, but I am opinionated. And that's all right with me. I don't know how right it is with other people, but it's all right with me. And one of the things that I want to talk with you about is, how is your vocabulary?
That's right. Vocabulary.
Yesterday, I spent a good portion of the day with Cornel West. How many of you know Cornel West?
Powerful, gentleman.
And with Tavis Smiley.
All right.
How many of you know Tavis Smiley?
No.
Tavis interviewed Cornel. We sat in this audience at the Book Expo in New York. It was awesome. It was powerful. Now, if you know Tavis, you know that he is a good interviewer. And he is a man of words. And what I learned on yesterday is not only is he a man of words, but he is a man of action.
All right.
You don't see as much of him as you used to see. You don't hear him as much on the Tom Joyner show as you used to hear him. But he's out there doing his thing. He, like so many of us, he's operating with faith and he's working very hard. But I asked a question. There were 3 people who asked questions. And I asked this question of Cornel West, the wordsmith we all know, the eloquent person we all know. I said, Brother West, he likes to be referred to as brother. He likes to refer to you as Brother West and Sister this and so forth and so on. I said, will you please share with this audience, this was quite an audience from all over the world, how it is and why it is that you are such an eloquent man? Well, his answer was a very eloquent answer. But he said basically that he loved words as a young person. And he surrounded himself with people who loved words. Not only did they love words, but they used them effectively. Now, I'm not saying that if you don't love words and you don't use them effectively, you won't be successful. Because you know many millionaires, don't you? Or you've heard of many millionaires who are not eloquent speakers. His response was simply this: I like the fact that you said, how am I so eloquent? If you had said to me, how are you so articulate, I would have had some concerns about it. He said, that's what they're saying about Barack Obama, that he is indeed an articulate man, and that separates him from the rest of us. They always have to find a way to separate us. He said, but you said eloquent. And yes, I am eloquent. But I said to him, after he spoke, well, it's not enough for you to be so eloquent, Cornel. We've got a job to do. And the job is to make our young people as eloquent or more eloquent than you. Now, what are you going to do?
That's right. All right. All right.
He's making lots of money, as so many of us, from selling his books. And Tavis has convinced him to write a book so that on everybody's level, you know, on about the 5th grade reading level, like Ebony and Jet, so that everybody will understand all of what he's talking about. And he has a book out, I don't recall the name. But what I'm talking about now is words. And as I see us here, wanting that second or third or that income, words. In so becoming what you want to be, are we benevolent? Now, how many of you in here know the meaning of the word benevolent? Well, let me tell you something. about me. When I used to go to church in Virginia, Orange, Virginia, a little church with about as many members as we have participants today, I used to hear the deacon say often, we're going to take up a benevolent offering. I sat as you're sitting now. I had no idea what the word benevolent meant. But I know now that it means kind, it means caring, it means helping people. I did not know at that time that the prefix of the word benevolent means good, B-E-N-E. Because, for some reason or another, growing up like that, I was not very benevolent, I was malevolent.
Well,
Kind of bad, kind of mischievous, and did a lot of malicious things, okay? But there we are. As a business people, we want to be benevolent. And as I said earlier, you can get as high as you want to, but if you don't take someone with you, you are not successful.
that's right.
And then you may want to be altruistic, like an Oprah Winfrey or a Bill Cosby. You may want to be that. Words. Words are so important. Whether you use those words or not, it is important to know them. And I have spent a good portion of my life trying to make young boys and girls in this county aware of words and the significance of words. And I hope that if you have children, you are doing the same thing. And I hope that you will never have an experience that I had, when a supervisor came into my classroom and said to me, Dr. Williams, I like the fact that you're teaching words, but are they in the curriculum? I could have gone through the floor. Are they in the curriculum?
Mama.
And my response was, yes, ma'am. I think outside the box, I do things outside the box, but I make sure that I cover the curriculum. I said, let's take a moment here and open the literature book. And if you look at the back of the literature book and the glossary, all the words that I'm teaching my youngsters are words in the curriculum.
That's right.
And these are words that they should know. And so you wonder why in Prince George's County, Maryland, our students are doing so poorly on SATs, the verbal part of the SAT. It's because the curriculum doesn't say we need to go beyond that, which is in the curriculum in terms of teaching words. It's, I'm guilty of words teaching, and this is kind of interesting, of teaching SAT words.
Mama.
And I say, SAT words? Yes, you teach too many SAT words.
Mama.
Well, I'm going to teach it as long as I live. And as long as I'm in Prince George's County, Maryland, because I've seen success in teaching words. I've seen success in youngsters learning the words and using words effectively. We're going to talk later on today about the results of my students not knowing vocabulary as I think they should, and the result being a book, Words, Cross and Across, Word Search on Barack Obama.